All right, boys, welcome back to another City Boys. What is it, podcast? We can do this podcast? Pretty much. We got something important that's been long overdue, and it is fitness tips that we're going to try and help you guys. We've got a lot of comments about our fitness stuff, can you help us with some sort of fitness thing over here or any fitness tips? I remember this one comment someone posted and he said, I'm fat and any tips on how to, get into shape or look better with clothes. And unfortunately, I would say fortunately, you have to work out. I love working out. So
I got this other DM too, bro, from one of our supporters, and he was talking about oh yeah, man, because I put a thing up when we was trying to do we were trying to find, we put up a poll for consultations, and on one of them, dude, I spoke with a guy that was like 5'7", 5'8", 200 something pounds. I'm like, dude, you're like, he was wondering why he wasn't getting choosing signals. I'm like, bro, like, do you not understand like why you're not getting choosing signals right now? Based on, and I literally just asked him like, what's your height and how much do you weigh? After he told me that, I was like, well, there you go.
That's kind of funny because
he's fat as fuck.
That's delusional. This is the same delusional that we're talking about with the females. You're short and fat, and you want choosing signals. That's a delusion.
That's a fucking not right.
Well, we're gonna cut to the chase. I guess we'll talk on how would we go about if we were fat, then how would we go about our fitness training if we were skinny, and how would we go about if we were average? How would you go about, say you're fat?
If I was fat, if I was exactly that short fat dude that fucking DM does.
What would you go about? How would you address that?
Alright, first of all, you cannot out-train a bad diet, okay? So it's going to be all about your calorie intake. You need to do a calorie deficit. I'm sure you know this already for the person that's probably viewing our video. So you need to be in a calorie deficit. Mm-hmm. You need to be, I would say, focus more on weightlifting, and because scientifically proven, weightlifting burns more fat than cardio does, okay? So I would focus more on weightlifting. Yes, I would incorporate some cardio, but I would start doing cardio once my weight isn't moving. So like, let's say you're in a calorie deficit and you're training, right? And then your weight isn't going down every single week. So if it hasn't gone down by a pound in 2 weeks, then I would start doing the cardio, and then so forth with that. If you really don't want to do cardio, I'm not even gonna give you that fucking option.
No, he doesn't get an option.
I'm not gonna give you that fucking option. Do your fucking cardio. if you haven't been losing weight consistently, start moving more. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then that way you can burn more calories. Burning more calories means you're burning off more fat, etc., losing weight, etc. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And I would fast. That's what I would do. I would fast to make it easier for me. That way I can have bigger meals when I'm not fasting.
When it comes to cutting down a big amount of weight, I would try to put it into a goal. So okay, for this month, I want to lose 5 pounds this month. So then you can start like working on it. You can start like, okay, let's go to work. Mm-hmm. 5 pounds this month, 5 pounds next month. If I go about crash dieting, I'm just gonna gain all that weight back. So set a goal. Write it down, 5. Something achievable, and keep cutting the weight down. And you're gonna. We were like that. We were not fat as fuck, but we were a lot chubbier and fucking
when we were
out of shape.
Yeah, when we was heavier, like right before the show, that's exactly what we did. We were just cutting back calories, moving more, training more often and shit like that. So, and then look at us, both of us got first place. You got a fucking pro card in the fucking division. Yeah. And yeah, it's not fucking rocket science. It's literally those 3 things: calorie deficit, weight training, cardio.
Now, if you're really skinny, and I speak on this from experience, because when back in high school,
we both can.
I got really freaking skinny, man, playing soccer, because I was chubby when I started high school, and I was so self-conscious about how I looked, and I started skipping dinners, skipping meals. I love soccer, so I was doing cardio for like 3 hours every single day for soccer practice, and I got like pretty damn skinny. Like this right here was like straight. Remember I made you feel that one time? It was bone. Remember that?
Straight bone.
And I was happy about that. Yeah, look, like I'm getting like leaner and shit like that. I'm not as fat. Coming from experience, right? What I would do is obviously weight train, but I see what people are starting to do is they're doing their bulks. But a thing I see that they're doing wrong is they're eating a lot of bullshit. You know, like, oh, I'm bulking, bro. And they'll get the candy bars, they go to McDonald's, and you just see them stuff their face. Their protein shakes are 2,000 calories. That's still going into your body. That's still affecting your heart. That's still affecting your kidneys. Like, there's smarter ways to do it. It's like a marathon. You know, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
That's what I'm saying too. That's an issue people want to do too. People like the same shit with the fucking weight loss. Mm-hmm. People want to fucking lose weight today, and then, bro, that's not gonna happen. People are not losing weight today. That's not gonna fucking happen. People want to gain weight today. That's not gonna fucking happen. So whether in any, but even with the 3 body types we're about to explain and break down, the key fucking thing really is consistency and being patient, because you're not not seeing results day 2, day 1. You're not seeing those results. Okay,
right.
It's set a deadline. Set a deadline of 90 fucking days, and then see the results from day 1 to day 90. For the skinny guy, I would say eat 500 calories more than whatever your maintenance is, and go from there. Try to gain about a pound a week. You know, you don't want to do something super fucking heavy where you're gaining 2-3 pounds every fucking week. You know what I mean? That's just too much. Way too fucking much. Same shit with the fucking dieting. You don't want to be losing 3, 4, 5 pounds in one fucking week. Way too much weight to be losing in that time. Train harder than you did last time. Like, far harder. Muscle, you need to give your body a reason to grow. Aside from the food that you're eating, more food means more fat. Okay? But if you train more, and like if you force the muscles to grow, then you're building some quality muscle there. Okay? I would say keep your cardio moderately. I mean, probably have like 2.
I'm gonna say it's still, even if you're skinny, still have some sort of cardio in there.
Yeah, because like once this stops working, everything else stops working.
That's right.
You know, so maybe 2 to 3 sessions of cardio a week.
For the average guy.
Bro, that was me. That I was the skinny
fat, like, right?
Skinny fat.
You look skinny under the clothes, but I mean, you're just skinny with clothes on, and then under the clothes you're got like a little belly.
You're like a marshmallow, bro.
Yeah, just like all flabby. Not fat, but you're like, you know, like.
So this means, and this is calling for like a recomposition of the body. So meaning you're gonna eat your maintenance calories. You're gonna eat within that maintenance calories enough protein, and you're only the thing that's gonna make you transform the most isn't your calories. It's gonna be mostly your training. So if the pillar that you need to focus on is training harder every fucking week, whether it be adding more weight or adding more reps. You need to be putting on those the muscles that you do not have under stress, so they can continue to grow and grow and grow. Eventually, you're gonna end up at looking muscular, and I would say once you get to that point, I would say go on a slight bulk. Then you can continue recompositioning your body, doing the same thing, and then that way when you meet your deadline of X amount of pounds that you gained, you're gonna go on a cut. Voila.
Yeah, I kind of fell off. Not really fell off. Maybe like when COVID hit, I was just staying my ass home and wasn't doing really much. So my physique was not the best. You know, I was like, damn, what the fuck is this? So I still had a bunch of muscle under the fat, but it wasn't like really noticeable. You know, I guess my chest has always been big, but you can notice in the chest and my arms. But you know, this part area wasn't too good. My face was puffier. So that's what I would consider myself average in that state. And what I did to overcome that physique was tracking my calories, weight training, the intensity the same, and I involved cardio. Basically, pretty much cardio, diet, and weight training is the recipe for all
All three.
All
of them.
three of them.
The only difference is gonna be your calorie intake. For a really fat dude, it's gonna be a calorie deficit, meaning you're gonna eat less. For a really skinny dude, it's gonna be a calorie surplus, meaning you're gonna eat more. And for the skinny fat dude, it's gonna be a maintenance of calories. Until, like I said, like I think the most difficult one, like the most complex one, would probably be the skinny fat dude, where he has neither. He's not skinny, he's not fat, he's just fucker's just there, you know. So
I would say probably the hardest one is probably the fat dude. It's a mental thing as well, you know. So now besides you having to, you know, fuck, I gotta go to the gym. Like, you're dealing with some shit in the head as well. You know what I mean? Whether you fucking eat for comfort food or some shit, you know, I don't know. And I think that one is the most challenging one. Like, damn, like,
I'd probably argue like
1 more mile and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do the other mile. But, you know, there's a battle going on and shit. Let's give these guys some tips, some fitness tips. Like, say you were about to start working out.
Bro, stop being a pussy. Stop being a fucking pussy, bro. Holy fuck. If I swear to God.
What do you mean by that?
Stop being a bitch, dude. For real, like, I would just say train, like, literally train. When I tell motherfuckers, like, to train until failure, and I tell my clients, train until failure, I mean until the fucking weight cannot move. Like, you physically cannot move the fucking weight. So just go to failure every goddamn time. Like, stop being a bitch. Track your food. Really track your food, like you said, man. Get enough sleep.
Sleep is really important.
That's how your muscles are gonna get bigger and stronger, bro. If you don't sleep enough,
you're not growing, you're not recovering.
That means
you don't even want to train the next day.
That means you can't train harder next week or the next day or go hard. You know what I mean? It's just like you're gonna be like a fucking hamster going nowhere. Stop being a bitch. Go to failure. Sleep. Like, I don't care if you gotta set an alarm an hour before your bedtime and, like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Take melatonin. Sleep, bro. Water intake too. Well,
I don't chase the pump at the gym anymore. I don't really chase that anymore. I really am focused about failure. But, you know, if I were to go for a pump, water. You know, there's so much water that goes into our muscles while we're working out, along with blood. And water is really important, you know.
Like, the muscles, like 75% water, right? Or the body, and
the
like,
body,
yeah,
or 60%, something like that.
Don't
quote us on that.
Yeah. We're not scientists or something like that, but look.
But yeah, so you get a lot of the pump, a really good one with water and salt.
Carbs too. Get some carbs in too. For you fuckers, carbs gonna make me fat. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Speaking of which, that just clicked to another tip. People like are afraid of fruit. Oh, because the fructose in the fruit, the sugar in the fruit is gonna make me fat, bro. The banana, the apple, the fucking strawberries, the blueberries, that's not making you fat, bro.
No.
The thing that's making you fat is all the other bullshit you're eating.
No, it's too much food.
Exactly, the other bullshit you're eating. If you gotta stay within 2,000 calories,
I could probably eat.
And you go throughout the day, eat 2,000 calories, and then you're gonna eat the fruit. Well,
calories,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Like, we will say this too. Calories are calories, but too, like, the quality of calories too can be a really big factor as well. Like, because we could probably argue, like, dude, if I wanted to lose weight and my calorie deficit is 2,000 calories, if I eat 2,000 calories worth of Twinkies, trust me, I'm gonna lose weight. You know?
Yeah, he's gonna lose weight, but again, you know, how is your body gonna react to all this bullshit that you're eating? Is that necessarily gonna fuel you? You know what I mean? Is that gonna fuel you for whether you want to work out and shit?
All that sugar and stuff.
How are you gonna feel?
My fucking what you call it? My muscle mass probably gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not having enough protein and stuff like that. But I'm still gonna lose weight though.
Train hard, I guess that's what we're gonna conclude in the first tip. Train hard.
Stop being a bitch, dude. Really, like, we can't. I really can't emphasize on that fucking point, like, so fucking much.
Train hard. What was the second one? What was that other tip that we did?
Stop being a bitch. Just train to failure. Sleep. Track your food. Mm-hmm. Figure out what your goal is too. Like, identify yourself of, are you fat? Are you skinny? Are you in the mid? Like in the middle? Are you like skinny fat? You know, identify yourself first, and then move forward with the advice that we gave you. But stop being.